Hello, I'm Jeremy Slager, the Executive Director here at Ballet 58, and I'm here with solo artist Jonathan Bostelman, who is going to be playing one of the lead roles in our upcoming performance of La Llorona. So, Jonathan, what is the role that you are going to be playing?
I play the husband of the main lead. His name is Manuel.
And for Manuel, his story is one that is characterized by a lot of inner tension and personal turmoil. What has been that process for you, and what has been resonating with that story?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest thing for me that's kind of been resonating with that inner tension is he's caught really between his wife, his mom, kind of where he's at in his character is a really interesting space. And so I've really enjoyed watching and kind of getting to dig into the development of that character, as well as building into the idea of what does it look like to be a man, both in this time as well as supporting my wife who's going through such an intense amount of emotion on her side.
Yes. As you're working closely with the ensemble and with the choreographer, Juliana Rubio Slager, there's a very complex relationship with Maria. How do you feel like you are working together with your partner who's playing Maria, and how are you building that character development together?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tender balance always when you're working with such a beautiful choreographer as Juliana is, to really develop and understand what she wants from the role, as well as what I can bring as an artist to that role. I also get the great pleasure of working with Valerie, who is my Maria in my cast, and she's such an incredible mover, and the way she thinks is just so thoughtful in her characterization. So it's been a real pleasure to get to understand and work with all of the artists to kind of build this characterization of the role.
Very good. Do you mind if I introduce you as a married person? And
sure.
Yeah,
of course.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're good. And I was curious, as a newly married man, how is that experience for you being brought into this performance?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. It's been really interesting. I don't think I would have had the same perspectives that I do now. Just kind of, obviously, I'm still young in my marriage, and Manuel is quite a few years on from me. But it's been a lot of fun to just kind of like have such a deeper connection to a relationship and understand what that understanding is of like building such a relationship with someone and kind of dealing with the tension of that. It's been really interesting as I'm kind of stepping into those same spots to be able to build such a really, hopefully a very truthful understanding of what marriage can look like and what the goals are of the role.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So Jonathan, as you reflect on the story of La Llorona, and particularly the story of Manuel, what do you feel like your portrayal of him and his story can tell us about the dynamics of love and responsibility, particularly when it comes to a family situation? And how do you hope that the audience takes that story in?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that I want the audience to walk away from is just this understanding of what love looks like, and love is not just kind of a one and done situation, but there's so many complexities to it. It's so challenging to kind of build this role that has so much depth underneath it. But I'm excited to hopefully bring forward some just like a joy of what it looks like to be there for someone, to show support even in the hard times, even when I myself might be going through a lot of challenges as my character, but even beyond that, to sacrifice for my family and for just my relationship with my beautiful partner. It's an incredible honor to be able to portray such deep heart throughout this ballet.
Absolutely. As you've been at Ballet 58, you've been in a lot of different roles. You played King Trom, and how do you feel like this is a part of your development as a dancer? How is this pushing you, challenging you, inspiring you?
That's a great question, thank you. I think this new role for me has been a real challenge in some ways, especially with the more like Mexican dance. A lot of the footwork is not what I'm used to doing, so that's been hard to get in the body, but it's been so rewarding to kind of expand myself in different styles, as well as kind of opposed to King Trom from my last role that I was in. It's a lot sweeter, a lot softer. There's still strength within him, but it's a much more tender role, and I'm really excited to kind of take that on and be a part of that this next coming season.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for playing the role of Miguel. And you can see that performance. Which shows are you going to be in?
I will be doing the show at the Ames Center in Minneapolis, and then I will also be doing the Sunday performance at the Harris.
Excellent. So that'll be September 22nd and October 6th. Hope to see you there. Thanks.
Thank you.